If you're feeling tired inside, if something in your heart feels heavy but you can't quite name it, I want you to know right now that it's okay. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're simply human, and being human means sometimes carrying things that are hard to carry. We all do it. Some of us carry past hurts, others carry old memories, and some carry the words someone said years ago that still echo in the quiet moments of our day. Sometimes we carry a pain we can't explain. But I want you to breathe with me. Just take a slow, gentle breath. Feel your chest rise, and then let it go. With that breath, you are already beginning to soften. You are already saying to yourself, I matter. I deserve care. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to have it all figured out. Right now, all you need is a little willingness to sit with yourself, gently and kindly. Imagine that this moment is your soft beginning. A moment where you pause and say, maybe it's time to let go of what hurts me. Not because you should, not because someone told you to, but because you are worthy of peace, worthy of ease, worthy of waking up and feeling free inside. I know it can feel hard, especially when what hurts us has been with us for a long time. It can feel like an old friend, familiar and constant. But pain is not your identity. Pain is not who you are. You are someone who has experienced pain, yes, but you are also someone who can heal. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the grip. It means giving yourself permission to loosen your hold on what no longer supports your joy. And even if you don't know how, your willingness is enough. That tiny voice inside that says, maybe I can feel better than this, that is your beginning. And with that beginning comes hope. I want you to say this with me, quietly or out loud. I am safe, and it is safe to let go. Breathe that in. Let it settle into your body. This is your safe space. You are not alone here. You are being held in kindness. And in this place, you don't have to rush. There's no judgment. Just a quiet invitation to feel what's real and honor your heart. You've carried enough. You've been strong for so long. But now, strength can look like softness. Strength can be choosing rest. Strength can be saying, I no longer want to hold what hurts me, and that is more than enough. That is everything. Healing begins the moment you stop running from yourself and start turning toward yourself with love. So if no one told you today, let me say it clearly. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to release. You are allowed to feel safe in your own heart. And you are allowed to choose peace, starting right now. Sometimes we wonder why we can't seem to move forward. Even when we say we're ready, we feel stuck in the same thoughts, the same sadness, the same worries. And often, it's because we are still holding on, holding tightly to old pain, old stories, or even people and situations that have already passed through our lives. We hold on because it feels safer than the unknown. We hold on because our minds like what is familiar, even if that familiar thing causes us pain. It can be confusing, can't it? To know something is hurting us, but still feel like we can't let go. But let's understand this gently. There is nothing wrong with you for holding on. In fact, it's something we've all done. Sometimes we believe that if we let go of the pain, it means what happened didn't matter. Or maybe we believe that we deserve the hurt, or that without it, we won't know who we are. These are quiet beliefs that live deep inside us, and they often come from childhood or past experiences. But here's the truth. You are not meant to live in pain. You are not meant to stay in places that make your soul shrink. And holding on to hurt does not protect you. It only keeps you from feeling the peace that is waiting on the other side. Think of it like this. When you keep holding something heavy, your arms get tired, your shoulders ache, your breath becomes shallow. But the moment you put it down, you realize how much lighter you feel. Emotionally, it works the same way. When we let go, we make room. Room for joy, room for rest, room for new beautiful things to enter. So today, just notice what you might still be holding on to. Don't judge it. Just observe. Maybe it's an old resentment. Maybe it's a belief that you're not enough. Maybe it's someone else's words that you've been replaying for years. Whatever it is, you don't have to let it go all at once. You can begin by saying, I am willing to release the patterns in me that created this condition. This simple affirmation opens the door. It doesn't force anything, it just creates space. You don't have to be perfect to begin healing. You only have to be willing. Willing to soften, willing to be kind to yourself, willing to believe that you deserve more than hurt, that you were made for something gentle, something kind. And even if that feels far away, know this. Just by listening now, you are already closer. You are already moving in the direction of healing. The past may have shaped you, but it does not have to define you. You are not the pain you carry. You are the light that is willing to come through. You are the heart that wants to feel free. And that is beautiful. Your body is always listening. Every thought you think, every belief you carry, your body feels it. When you think loving thoughts, your body feels calm, at ease. But when you think thoughts that are filled with fear, anger, or guilt, your body tightens. You might feel tension in your neck, your shoulders, your chest. You might notice your breathing becomes shallow. Your sleep becomes restless. Your energy fades. This is the mind-body connection. It is real and it is powerful. Our thoughts speak to every part of our being. Imagine your body as a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. If you plant seeds of fear, worry, and sadness every day, what will grow? But if you plant seeds of love, hope, and forgiveness, your body responds, your energy shifts, your heart softens, you feel lighter, brighter. So many times when we are hurting emotionally, our body carries that pain silently. It tries to protect us. But over time, that stored emotion can become physical symptoms. Digestive issues, headaches, tight muscles, fatigue. That's why healing is not just about the mind or the body. It's about both. When you begin to change your thoughts, your body listens, and when you take care of your body, your mind becomes clearer. It's a beautiful cycle. Start simply. Take a moment each day to check in. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? What does my body feel like right now? If you notice tension, place your hand gently over your heart. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, every cell in my body responds to my loving thoughts. Say it slowly. Feel the truth of it. You are not at war with your body. Your body is your friend. It wants to help you. It just needs love. You don't need to do anything dramatic. You don't need to change your life overnight. You only need to begin speaking to yourself with kindness. Start your mornings with a gentle affirmation. Try saying, I love and approve of myself. Say it often. Let your body hear it. Let your heart receive it. The more you say it, the more natural it will become. Remember, healing happens in small moments, in the pause between thoughts, in the breath you take before reacting, in the quiet way you begin to treat yourself with care. Your mind and body are always working together. And when you bring love into that relationship, everything changes. You begin to feel supported from within. You begin to feel safe inside your own skin. And from that safety, true healing begins. So be kind to yourself. Be gentle. Your body is not your enemy. Your mind is not your enemy. They are both waiting for you to return to love. And you can begin today with just one loving thought. We often don't realize how powerful the stories in our minds really are. These stories can keep us trapped for years without even knowing it. A story can sound like, "Nothing ever works out for me," or "I'm always the one who gets hurt," or maybe "People can't be trusted." We repeat these things in our minds quietly, again and again, until they begin to feel like truth. But they're not truth. They're just thoughts. Thoughts we've practiced. And the wonderful thing about thoughts is, they can be changed. What you believe about yourself today is not set in stone. What you expect from life today can shift. You have the ability to write a new story, one that brings you peace instead of pain. Many of the stories we carry were formed in childhood or during times of deep hurt. Our mind tried to protect us by making sense of what happened. But sometimes the way it tried to protect us ends up keeping us small, or afraid, or closed off. It's not your fault. These stories served a purpose once, but you've outgrown them. They no longer reflect who you are becoming. The beautiful thing is, you don't need to erase the past to write a new future. You can simply begin by noticing the old story when it arises, and then gently, lovingly, choose something new. Instead of thinking, "I always get left behind," you might begin to think, "I am learning to feel safe in love." Instead of, "I'm not good enough," you might say, "I am worthy of joy and success." These are not just words, they are seeds. Each time you say them, you plant them deeper into your heart. And over time, they begin to grow. Mirror work can help you shift these stories. It may feel strange at first, but looking into your own eyes in the mirror and saying, "I love you, you are enough," is deeply powerful. At first, you might feel resistance, but stay with it. That resistance is the old story trying to hold on. With patience and practice, the new story begins to take root. The more you speak to yourself with love, the less space fear and doubt will have. You don't need to have all the answers today. You only need to begin noticing. Pay attention to the voice inside. Ask yourself, is this voice kind? Is this voice helping me grow? If not, you have every right to choose a better voice, a softer one that believes in your healing, one that honors your strength, one that knows you are worthy of peace. Your story is still being written, and you, dear one, hold the pen. Forgiveness is not always easy. Many people think it means saying that what happened was okay, but that's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness doesn't mean agreeing with what was done. It doesn't mean you forget. It means you're choosing to free yourself. When we don't forgive, we carry the pain inside. It becomes part of us, and we begin to live through it. We see the world through the hurt, and that hurt shapes our choices. Sometimes we even think that holding on to anger protects us. We think, if I stay angry, it won't happen again. But anger doesn't protect us. It keeps the wound open. Forgiveness is like closing the wound gently, lovingly, so that true healing can begin. And you deserve that healing. You deserve to be free. Forgiving yourself is just as important as forgiving others. So many people are walking around with guilt they've carried for years. They punish themselves with harsh thoughts, thinking they must suffer to make things right. But guilt does not bring peace. Only love can do that. You can begin by saying, "I forgive myself and set myself free." Let those words touch your heart. Speak them slowly. Even if you don't fully believe them yet, your heart is listening, and your heart wants to heal. Think of forgiveness as a gift, not to the person who hurt you, but to your own spirit. A gift that says, "I will no longer carry this pain." You're not saying what they did was right. You're saying you are ready to stop letting it take up space in your life. If you're not ready to forgive yet, that's okay. Just be willing. Say, "I am willing to see this differently." That's enough for today. That willingness opens the door. You can forgive in layers. You don't need to do it all at once. Each time you choose peace over pain, you are forgiving a little more. You are choosing love over fear. And your heart feels that. Your body feels that. Your whole being begins to feel lighter. Sometimes we think if we forgive, we will lose something. But the truth is, we gain so much. We gain clarity. We gain space to breathe. We gain room for new joys, new relationships, new dreams. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength. It says, "I choose to heal." It says, "I will not let the past define me." So today, wherever you are on your journey, know this: you are allowed to let go. You are allowed to begin again. You are allowed to forgive. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve freedom. Imagine your mind as a home. Every thought is a piece of furniture. Some thoughts are soft and welcoming. Others are sharp and uncomfortable. And just like your home, the way your mind feels affects how you move through your day. If your mental space is full of worry, doubt, and old pain, it's hard to feel peace. But if you fill that space with love, hope, and compassion, everything begins to feel lighter. You feel more open, more present, more able to receive life as it comes. You can create a new inner environment, one that supports healing instead of holding you back. It begins with small choices. It begins with how you speak to yourself. When you wake up in the morning, are your first thoughts gentle, or are they filled with pressure and judgment? You can shift this by simply beginning your day with a kind word to yourself. Try saying, "Today I choose peace," or "I begin this day with love in my heart." These words are not just sounds. They are vibrations that move through your body. They send messages to every cell that says, "You are safe, you are cared for." Over time, these messages begin to change how you feel, how you think, how you move. You start to breathe easier. You smile more often. You respond with grace instead of fear. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing how you meet each moment. Life may still bring challenges, but your inner space becomes a place of calm, and that calm becomes your anchor. Creating a new inner environment also means letting go of thoughts that no longer serve you. When you notice a harsh thought, don't fight it. Just say, "I see you, and I choose something better." Then speak a loving affirmation. Try, "My thoughts are nurturing, loving, and kind." Say it until it feels like a whisper inside your heart. You can also take time during the day to pause and breathe. These pauses are like opening the windows of your mind. They let fresh air in. They remind you that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And soon, your inner world begins to reflect peace, not pain. Love, not fear. joy, not judgment. It's a daily practice, but one worth choosing, because the way you speak to yourself becomes the way you experience the world. Choose thoughts that feel like kindness. Choose beliefs that make your spirit rise. And remember, you have the power to change the atmosphere within you. You are the keeper of your inner home, and you are allowed to fill it with peace. There are times in life when we want to change, when we want to heal, but we don't know where to start. The journey feels too big, the path too unclear. But healing doesn't happen all at once. It happens in moments, small, steady steps. That's what truly makes a difference. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to begin, one gentle step at a time. There are simple things you can do each day to support your healing. One of them is journaling. Writing your thoughts down helps you see what's going on inside. It helps you release the feelings you've been carrying. You don't need to write a lot. Just a few sentences each day can create space inside you. You might write, "Today I felt sad," or "I'm ready to let go of this old hurt." Your journal becomes a safe place, a mirror for your heart. Another step you can take is practicing gratitude. Every night before bed, list 3 things you are thankful for. They don't have to be big. It could be a warm meal, a kind word, or the way the sunlight felt on your skin. Gratitude shifts your focus. It helps you remember that even in the middle of struggle, there is still beauty. There is still hope. Breathwork is also a powerful tool. When your thoughts feel heavy, pause and take 3 slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, say to yourself, "I breathe in peace." As you exhale, say, "I release tension." Your breath brings you back to this moment. This moment is where healing begins. And of course, affirmations are always here for you. They are like gentle companions, guiding your mind to a new way of thinking. Try saying, "I lovingly release the past. I am free." Repeat it softly. Let it settle into your body. Let it become part of you. These practices are simple, but they are strong. They create change from the inside out. You don't need hours of effort. Just a few quiet moments each day where you return to yourself with love. Healing is not about rushing. It's not about fixing everything overnight. It's about choosing to show up for yourself again and again. Even when it's hard, even when you feel tired. You are worthy of your own care. You are worthy of your own time. And as you take these small steps, your heart begins to soften. Your mind begins to clear. Your body begins to feel safe. That is healing, and that is possible for you, one small step at a time. Healing isn't always a straight road. Some days you feel clear and strong, and other days you may feel tired or unsure. That's normal. Healing has its own rhythm. It takes its own time. Trusting the process means understanding that even when you can't see the change, it's still happening. Like the roots of a tree growing beneath the soil, your inner work is quietly reshaping you. You may not notice it every day, but one day you'll look back and realize you're no longer the same person. You've grown, you've softened, you've opened. And it began when you made the choice to heal. Sometimes we get impatient. We want to feel better now. We want everything to be fixed and settled. But healing doesn't work like that. It moves in waves. It brings things up so we can face them, feel them, and release them. That's part of the process. It's not a step backward. It's part of moving forward. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to compare your journey to anyone else's. Your timing is perfect. Your path is your own. If you ever feel lost, come back to your breath. come back to your heart. Remind yourself, I trust life to bring me what I need at the perfect time. Let those words be your anchor. They remind you that even when you don't understand what's happening, life is still guiding you. You are not being punished. You are not forgotten. You are growing in ways you cannot yet see. Trust is a gentle thing. It begins small. Maybe you start by trusting that today you will be kind to yourself. Then you trust that your feelings matter. Then you trust that you deserve peace. Little by little, trust builds, and one day it becomes your way of being. Trust lets you rest. Trust lets you breathe. Trust tells you you are exactly where you need to be. When you trust the process, you stop fighting life. You begin flowing with it. You allow space for miracles to unfold, and you begin to see that every experience, even the painful ones, has brought you closer to your truth. So give yourself permission to grow slowly. Give yourself time to unravel what no longer serves you. Trust the process, dear one. Your healing is already in motion. Your light is already shining, and everything you need is already making its way to you. Now that you've begun to release, to reflect, to rebuild, there is a new version of you waiting to be welcomed. This version of you is not someone else. It's simply more of who you truly are. The part of you that was always there, underneath the pain, the fear, the stories. The part of you that is light and love and peace. When you begin to let go of what no longer serves you, space opens up. That space is precious. It is your invitation to begin again. And with each breath, each kind thought, you step closer to that new version of yourself. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to be anyone else. You are becoming more of your true self every time you choose love over fear. Every time you speak to yourself with kindness. Every time you rest when your body asks for it. This new version of you trusts more, worries less, speaks gently to the child within. You no longer need to carry every burden. You can let life support you. You can let your inner voice guide you. You can step into your new life slowly with peace in your heart. Imagine yourself standing at a door. Behind you is everything you've outgrown. In front of you is a fresh beginning. You don't need to run through the door. You just need to take one step and then another. With each step, you say to yourself, I now step into a life of love, peace, and ease. This is your new affirmation. Let it be the melody of your day. Let it guide you when you feel unsure. You are not the pain. You are not the story. You are the one who survived, the one who healed, the one who rose. This new chapter is not about pretending the past didn't happen. It's about saying, yes, it happened. But now I choose a different path. You get to decide what comes next. You get to choose what kind of life you want to live. A life that feels light. A life that feels honest. A life that feels like home. That's what healing offers. A return to yourself. A return to peace. A return to love. And you are ready. You have come so far. You have looked within. You have faced what was hard to face. You have listened with love. And now you stand at a powerful moment. A moment where your past does not define you. A moment where your future is filled with possibility. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to feel perfect. You only need to remember that you are loved, that you are healing, that you are whole. Healing is not something outside of you. It lives within you. It lives in your breath. It lives in your thoughts. It lives in the way you speak to yourself. Each time you say, I choose peace, you strengthen that healing. Each time you choose forgiveness, you open the door a little wider. Each time you offer yourself patience, you create space for love to grow. This is how transformation happens, not in big, dramatic ways, but in the quiet, sacred moments of everyday life. So today and every day, may you remember this truth. You are enough. You are worthy. You are lovable just as you are. Let these words be your light. Let them lead you forward. Let them fill the spaces where fear once lived. Say them with me now. All is well in my world. Again, all is well in my world. One more time. All is well in my world. Let that be your guide. Let that be your peace. Let that be your truth. Because you, dear one, are healing. And your healing is a gift to yourself, a gift to the world. You are the miracle, and your time is now.